Journey to the campsite NaDEET, which is situated 100 kilometers south of Sesriem or Sossusvlei on the Namib Rand Nature Reserves, is dusty and uneven. Along the way, however, wildlife encounters are common. This is something our crew experienced as well, as we saw a strikingly beautiful oryx antelope.
NaDEET stands for Namib Environmental Education Trust, and it was established in 2003 with the main aim to protect Namibia's natural resources by educating the Namibian citizens on how to live a sustainable lifestyle.
Upon arrival at the camp, Miss Teen Namibia 2023, Oriana Ribeiro, was welcomed by organizers, teachers and children.
Please meet Miss Teen Namibia 2023.
Hi. Hi guys.
Joining us for the day.
All right.
Yeah, so she can just participate in activities as they flow.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hi.
They all engaged in an icebreaker activity to relax and get to know one another before proceeding with the events of the day. Later on, the kids prepared their own pizzas, which they ultimately baked in the solar ovens situated outside. Elizabeth Namulo, an environmental educator, also showed the kids how the solar ovens function.
So most of you have put your trays inside already. So, and she will put in the black ones. So they all work the same. It's only that this one is wooden and this one is plastic, but definitely they are all the same. So this is how you open it. Then you put your tray in. Thank you. So now, how will you know that the pizza is cooking? The cheese will start melting, but how? We don't have any fire here. Because of the sun. Okay, so let me show you. You know, like this pizza, it will not cook because the reflection is not on the right angle. So what you do, you have to adjust your oven here. You see this reflection outside here. This is what's gonna make your food or your pizza cook. So what you need to do, you have to adjust it according to the sun or where the sun is coming from. And you have to make sure that it's covering your pizza. For you to know if your pizza is cooked or not, you don't need to be coming here and open in and out. Otherwise, if you open, then the heat will escape, then the cold air will go in and your process will be difficult. Then the pizza will definitely take longer to cook. So you only come here, you will look at through the glass if it's cooked. Or you will definitely see because the cheese will be melting and whatnot. So, and if it's not on the right angle, then you keep just adjusting your oven. Okay, and turning it to where the sun is coming from. Yes.
How many minutes can it take for it to cook?
Good question. How many minutes? What do you think? 30 minutes? Almost there?
13 minutes.
50 to 45. 45 to 50 minutes. Then your pizza is ready. Otherwise, if you don't monitor your food, then you find it burnt. So you should always be checking up.
The children were ultimately placed in different work groups, with the solar cooker serving as the first station. Here, a student named Risha Rungondo demonstrated how it works.
This is a solar cooker. It receives light from the sun. So it contains the light and then it reflects to the pot so the pot can get energy. That's why the pot is in black in color. And though you feel it like this, it's very hot. You can feel it. That's why it cooks food.
The following stop was a solar park where the learners were given an opportunity to find out more about solar energy. With the sun being the most significant source of energy in this sense, it was explained how NaDEET uses it to produce electricity.
Here at NaDEET, we use the sun to produce electricity and also to cook. Did you see what is happening on the other side? Yes. Okay, but for now, I'll just give you a hint how we use solar energy to produce electricity. Okay, so let's say now the sun is coming up in the morning and we have our solar panels. How long do you think it's gonna take for the sun to start producing energy?
Just seconds.
Just second. As soon as the sun is up, then energy is being produced. All right, so now let's look at our structure now. Okay, so we can see that this structure is facing northeast. All right, why do you think it's not facing south, for instance?
To get maximum energy from the sun.
Definitely, because we need more energy for us to make sure that we have electricity even during the night. So now if we look at the solar panels here, these solar panels, they are designed in a way that they can convert light energy into current. Over here, good. So this is where now we store our electricity produced from the solar panels. And we know that the current that is coming in, or the electricity that is coming in, is direct current. Okay, so what is happening is that you can see the red and the black cables coming through the shutter board or through the roof, and we have the two black boxes over there. So the function of those two black boxes, firstly, they are called regulators. Yeah, because they have to control the amount of electricity or energy that is going to the batteries. Otherwise, what is going to happen if they are full and the energy is just coming in? So the battery are going to do what?
Explode.
They are going to explode. On the other side there, we have the blue box. That one is called the inverter. And the inverter is the one that converts direct current to alternate current that we use for watching videos and for our light bulb around the center. Remember, we want to live sustainably, right? And for us to live sustainable, we want to know how much resources we are using. That's why we have these two meters. So we have the battery monitor and the electricity meter. So we can use this one to monitor to see the performance of the battery. The electricity meter, now this is the one that tells us the exact amount of electricity we have used up.
The next stop was the conduction and isolation station, where the learners defined the terms conduction and isolation according to their own comprehension.
Okay, conduction is to allow the energy to pass.
To allow the energy to pass. Okay, so now give me examples. One example of conduction.
One example of conduction
That's something that allow energy to pass.
is metal.
Metal. Okay? And example of insulation?
Plastic and wood.
Plastic and wood. Yes, that's true. So now we are going to test if your answers are right. Okay? So here I have these small sticks. This one is a wood, this one is plastic, and this one is metal. Now we are going to see if they are indeed conductors and insulators. And you're gonna do it. We're gonna put it in.
Okay, so we'll try to check if the electricity will pass through.
All right. Let's see. What happened? Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing. So that means what?
Insulation.
Insulator. This is an insulator. It's wood. Okay, so let's try the plastic.
Okay. So we're gonna check if the electricity will pass through.
Did it?
Nope.
Nope.
Did not. So it's also an insulator.
All right, so let's try the metal.
Let's check if this will pass through.
Oh,
yes.
It just did. So that means what?
So this is a conductor.
That is a conductor. Okay, so it allows energy to pass through. The light? Again, one more thing, I'm not done with you. So let's test this by putting or applying a butter, just a small portion of butter. Then we'll put it in the cup with hot water. So I just took this hot water from the solar cookers now, and I'm gonna try it out. If it melts, that means what?
It's a good conductor.
It's a good conductor. If it didn't melt,
It's not a good conductor.
So if it's not a conductor, it's what?
It's a
Insulator. Okay, so you're gonna get this. Now I have to put hot water in the cup, and you guys will put your sticks in the cup at the same time. Okay? All right, so just be careful with hot water. Put it in. Okay, then we're gonna just give it time to see if they are gonna melt or not. Ne?
So it seems that the metal is a good conductor because the butter on the metal melted first. So
Okay.
this is a good conductor, and these are
Insulator.
insulator.
When going to a shop, there are so many light bulbs on offer. All of them have different codes and numbers on the packaging, so choosing the right one can get very confusing. But selecting the right bulb is vital. Not only does it need to fit the light fixture, but it can also make a significant difference to the ambience and mood of a room. Namely, the incandescent light bulb, compact fluorescent light bulb, and the light emitting diode light bulb. The learners began turning on each light bulb individually to determine and record how many watts it consumed.
Here we have a LED light, which is a bulb, and here it just go until 5. It just 5 energy. It just give until 5, and this one is going to be an environmental friendly. Here we have a CFL, the light bulb, and here we are going to see how energy is going to be, and it's just going until 14, between 14 and 13, and this one is 2 more, then so it's not environmental friendly. This light bulb consumes 54 watts.
What?
54. This light bulb, it produces a lot of heat, and when you touch it, you will burn your fingers, which is not healthy and not environmental friendly.
Through this activity, the children gained more in-depth understanding of the kinds of light bulbs they should be using at home. Without knowledge of the weather and climate change, what would an educational camp be?
So welcome to the Weather and Climate Station. This is our weather station at NaDEET. So have you ever heard of the term weather and climate before? So what is weather?
Weather is the condition of the atmosphere over a short period of time,
Yes.
such as a day or hour.
And climate?
Climate is the condition of the atmosphere over a long period of time, such as a year or a season.
Good. All right. So as I said, this is our weather station. Here we have some instruments that we use to measure weather with. So, and this is the wind vane. It used to measure wind direction. There we have the rain gauge. It used to measure what?
Rainfall.
Rainfall. And over there we have a white box. What or how do we call that white box?
Stevenson screen.
Stevenson screen. Do you know what instrument we can keep in the Stevenson screen?
Stevenson screen.
Yep. Okay, tell me one before I open it up.
Maximum and minimum thermometer.
Okay. And
Hydrometer.
hydrometer. That is basically what we have here at NaDEET. Okay, so this is the hydrometer. This is how it looks like. It used to measure the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere, so in percentage. And she mentioned something about minimum and maximum thermometer. So I don't want it to be exposed to the sun, otherwise the temperature would drop. So to have accurate readings, this is the minimum and maximum thermometer.
The reflection and absorption station was the final one for the day.
So here at the station you will learn something about reflection and absorption. Do you know what to reflect mean?
Yes.
Okay, what does it mean?
To send back the energy.
Yes, so to reflect is to send back, and to absorb,
Is to take in the energy.
to take in, right.
The first experiment they conducted together was all about colors. The intention was to establish which color absorbs heat and which color reflects it. One by one, the children stepped up with their eyes closed, trying to figure out which cardboard was black.
This one? Yeah, that's right.
The second experiment implored them to place mirrors inside of the circle of a cardboard so that they could see what change it would bring about. The difference was then evident in the levels of brightness, meaning all the mirrors reflect the sunlight similar to the solar cooker and solar ovens to bring the reflection of the sun to heat it up. There's enough reason to hope that some of these children become great leaders and conservationists one day. NBC spoke to them to hear their thoughts on the experience and what it taught them.
Hi, my name is Navatalia Ojas from Michelle McLean Primary School, and I am currently in grade 6B. I traveled with the Children in the Wilderness program to come to the Namib Desert to come and learn about living, non-living, and human-made materials. I came across some loving students that welcomed me into this program, and I've just realized that we have a lot in common. I am so happy that I have met my wonderful teachers, my supervisors, and I hope that I could learn more in the upcoming week.
My name is Mano Shivute. I came from Elias Combined School in Wilderness Region. I live in Sesriem. I'm here to learn about how to save water, save energy, sustainable living. Yeah.
I love the environment, so because that's where my passion is what I studied for. And basically, I'm so proud to see the young generation taking part, being exposed to this type of environment and also the activities, because the future belongs to the young ones. So if they are not kept aware what is happening and what threats they are facing, so we owe them an apology, and we don't want to do that. So I feel very, very proud, because what they are learning today, it might not make sense, but as they grow up, they come to realize that yes, it was worthy taking part in such a program.
Children in the Wilderness is a non-profit organization supported by ecotourism company Wilderness Safaris, which aims to facilitate sustainable conservation through leadership development and education of children in Africa. The program is aimed at instilling knowledge about the environment and teaching life skills for children, thereby focusing on the next generation of decision makers, inspiring them to care for their natural heritage and to become the custodians of these areas in the future. This is achieved in a variety of ways, from hosting eco-club programs at local schools to running camps at wilderness safaris and partner camps for the children within the rural communities that live on the edges of the wild areas of Africa. My experience at one of the Children in the Wilderness camps, NaDEET, was nothing short of insightful and inspiring. I learned and experienced the various methods the camp implements to conserve energy, as well as the creative ways in which they go about educating the learners. I was also especially inspired by the passion the camp counselors demonstrated as they taught the learners.
After a long day, the pizzas were finally ready and the children had a feast.